Ladies and gentlemen, I am so pleased to announce that the 2016-2017 LASCO Ministry of Education, Youth and Information Teacher of the Year Award goes to none other than, and is a country school too, Karine Nelson, St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Big round of applause. Fantastic.
Being LASCO Teacher of the Year 2016-2017 has been one of the most gratifying experiences of my professional life. There is no greater joy than to provide selfless service to others. It is my belief that we exist to serve, and it has afforded me several opportunities to connect with people, to share my knowledge, to serve and to inspire them. My project base has been at the Schoolfield Primary and Infant School, where I assist in building teachers' capacity in Spanish to make them more knowledgeable and competent as they instruct their students.
El hombre se llama el Señor Masters. Ok, clase, vámonos.
Bienvenidos a la clase, señorita Nelson y señor Masters.
I have been there for the last 7 months, and I have had 13 sessions so far with the teachers. It has been a phenomenal experience so far. With the help of LASCO, I have procured 2 desktop computers for the lab, and my family friend, Dr. Gershom Nelson, he has helped me to purchase a multimedia projector. And in order to pique the students' interest and to motivate them, I have placed a bilingual sign at the school, Bienvenidos a mi escuela, welcome to my school, as well as a Spanish corner, El Rincón Hispano, where grammar and content are shared. In order to enrich the learning experience, we introduce different innovative ways into the classroom. In addition to all of this, one of my great achievements has been the establishment of the Karine Nelson's Signature of Excellence Fund, and the first recipient is Glenroy Dockery, a student at the Black River High School. He received a bursary of $40,000, which will assist him with transportation and lunch. I must share this very touching experience. I was at work one day and my vice principal called me to say that a stranger was here to see me. When I went, he introduced himself as Mr. Evans. He said he traveled from Mandeville via taxi in order to meet me. He had heard my interview on RJR and he was very impressed, and he decided he needed to meet me in person. While he shared his thoughts about me, he broke down twice. And it was such a touching moment for me. And before he left, he handed me an envelope, and in that envelope was a card and $5,000. That's an experience I will never forget, very touching. And before I go, my success would not have been possible without my Chief Executive Officer, God, my family, my mom, my dad, my 2 foster children, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Culture, the Jamaica Teaching Council, my church family, my colleagues at work, and the very dedicated staff at LASCO. Miss Renee Rose has been a tower of strength to me throughout my reign. I salute Mr. Lasselschin this morning. I believe, in my opinion, that he has redefined the definition of philanthropy. LASCO is the real deal. LASCO is a big deal. Thank you, Mr. Lasselschin and LASCO, for making me one happy teacher. It was an absolutely amazing reign, and I will be a LASCO ambassador for the rest of my life. Thank you.
I am pleased. It is my pleasure to announce the 2016-2017 LASCO Ministry of Education, Youth and Information Principal of the Year Award as none other than Mr. Keith Wellington.
The 2016-2017 reign as the LASCO Principal of the Year has been a tremendous experience for me. I am truly grateful for the opportunity that was given to me by the organizing committee for the award. When I was recognized last year, I indicated that what I really wanted to do was to see how much I could contribute to the development of leadership across the country in the education sector. And I thought that during the course of this year, I got quite a few opportunities to start that process. I was extremely, extremely happy that as a part of my prize for being identified as the Principal of the Year, I was given the opportunity to travel to the Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development in conference in California. From that experience, there are a number of things that I would have learned, a lot of experience gathered from the interactions with leaders in education from across North America and the other countries that were represented there. I think that one of the things that came out of my mind was that the experiences that we have in our schools in Jamaica, they are not dissimilar to many experiences that persons have across their schools across the world. And so, you know, it brought home to me the need for us to collaborate with persons in different areas so that we can share experiences and learn from each other. During the course of the year as well, I got the opportunity to interact with student teachers who were graduating from college through the Jamaica Teaching Council. Another really good experience for me was being invited by the JCF Training Staff College to address a group of inspectors from across the Caribbean who are charged with middle management leadership in their different police forces. Another really good moment for me was Read Across Jamaica Day. I went back to my old primary school where both my son and myself went and we read to students at the primary school, and it was a really good experience where I was able to interact with students whose parents and I went to school together, and other teachers who would have taught me while I was in primary school. For this year, in keeping with my theme of trying to develop leadership, my project involves the development of the middle management leadership capacity of our staff at States, and I'm very excited as to what has been happening, because what I did was that I divided the entire staff of 100 teachers into 8 teams and identified one leader amongst the team, and we gave them a list of objectives that they are supposed to be meeting in terms of developing their leadership capacity as well as contributing to the development of the school by identifying areas that they think needed improvement and areas that they think that they could contribute to. And I think that this is something that I would like to see other schools have as a part of their staff development, to encourage teachers to identify areas that they can contribute to, give them the sense of responsibility, sense of ownership of the development of the school, and see how far it will go, because this is something that I think is a game changer for States and will put us even higher in terms of our ratings as a secondary institution. My reign for 2016-2017 seems to be a very short reign. I really enjoyed it, and I really want to thank LASCO, the Ministry of Education, and all the partners that has made this program possible. I think it's a great program, not just because of the recognition it gives to those of us who they would have deemed as outstanding principals and teachers, but the opportunity it provides for us to contribute to the development of others. My one recommendation is that we should form a cohort of LASCO Principals of the Year and give us some sort of responsibility to interact with other young principals, other schools, and see how much we can contribute on a wider scale. This is something that I'm willing to take on as an individual, and I'm willing to interact with my other colleagues who have been identified in the past, and let us contribute as much as we can.